WKBS, Burlington, Philadelphia.
Join us again tomorrow at 6 and 11 for Monticello's most complete newscast.
I came to see if you'd like seconds. Oh, I see you didn't even want first.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Goodman. I just wasn't very hungry.
Personally, my appetite has improved 1,000% since Nora Fulton left. I hope you don't mind my saying that.
No, I don't mind. We should have taken your advice a long time ago. It would have saved us a lot of grief.
Yeah, well, I don't ordinarily give advice, but that woman was really too much. Just sneaking around here all the time, making all those lovely remarks. I'm really glad that Mrs. Cavanaugh finally realized it and gave her the boot. Well, listen, would you maybe like something different?
No, don't bother. Oh, a little coffee, perhaps.
Okay, I'll make a fresh pot. I just don't know why it is some people like to make trouble.
Trouble. The poetical works of Keats. Ode to a Nightingale, page 144. Darkling, I listen, and for many a time I have been half in love with easeful death. Called him soft names in many a mused rhyme to take into the air my quiet breath. Now more than ever, seems it rich to die, to cease upon the midnight with no pain. It's Miles Cavanaugh.
Oh, hello.
Did I wake you up?
No, I was just resting.
I just wanted to find out if you were all right. I was a little concerned after you left my office.
No, as I told you, I'm perfectly fine. What happened with Derek was the best thing possible. It helped me know what I had to do with the rest of my life.
Yes, I know you told me that.
Well, look, I don't want you to worry about me anymore. Everything's just as it should be. Good night.
Good night, Jinx.
Seems it rich to die, to cease upon the midnight with no pain.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Comet, the cleanser that disinfects as it cleans. And by Tide. The extra action in Tide means dirt can't hide.
Coach Hawkins, what are you doing in home ec?
Washing the team's uniforms for the second time.
Washing twice? What are you using?
This.
A so-called bargain, not a smart play, Coach.
Oh, but I saved a lot.
By washing twice, some saving. This is home economics, Coach. We use Tide so we get clothes clean first time around.
On tough, muddy dirt like that?
Sure. Is this as muddy as that was?
Oh, you bet. All my guys are tough.
Oh, Tide'll beat it with just one wash.
Hey, Tide won.
Even after you wash this twice.
Tide was the clean winner 2-1.
Coach, the smart money's on Tide.
Extra Action Tide, the best detergent on American soil. It's a real cleaning bargain.
2-1.
Boy, the garbage that gets dumped in my sink and those food stains, they're tough to clean. But you know what else is in there? Germs. So I don't just clean with any cleanser. I cometize. That's the best kind of clean a sink can get, because Comet gets out tough, greasy food stains better than any leading cleanser. And look, it disinfects, too. If a cleanser doesn't do all that, it doesn't get a sink clean enough for me.
Comet with Chlorinol cleans rings around other cleansers. It even gets out tough, greasy food stains they leave behind. And it kills most household germs. That's Cometized.
Comet cleans better and it disinfects, too. So why just clean your sink? Go all the way to Cometized.
I still find it hard to believe that Jim Dietrichson would go to so much trouble to try to pretend to be somebody that he wasn't.
Well, you could say it was only half a deception. I mean, he is Jim Dietrichson, right?
That's all he's entitled to, the name.
Yeah, but the coincidence is greater than that. From everything that you've told us, the guy is exactly like the man that you knew at your father's clinic in Switzerland.
But I told you why that is. He did a deliberate investigation to make sure his story would be convincing. But he had the same interests. Theater, poetry, music, right? Coincidence, Jody. Coincidences happen all the time in life, but not hoaxes.
Well, maybe it didn't start out that way. Maybe he just got curious to meet you. Saw your picture in the paper and had an eye for pretty blondes.
And with a pretty penny.
Valerie, his feelings didn't change towards you after you lost the inheritance, did they?
Oh, Jody, I've used that argument on myself 100 times. But no matter what excuses I make for Jim, it always gets back to the same thing. He lied to me.
Oh, there's no denying that. I just wish I'd...
What?
Not... that I didn't like the guy.
Bet you wish the same thing, huh?
Okay, I think we've dissected this subject enough for one night. I just wanted you to know. I wanted you to understand why I can't be involved with Jim or the company anymore.
Well, maybe we shouldn't be either if he's not trustworthy.
Oh, no, Gavin, really. I didn't tell you this so that you drop out of the company. I mean, that wouldn't be fair.
Well, he hasn't exactly been fair to you, has he?
Well, still, I mean, he's depending on you now. It'll break his heart.
Did you all say you wanted separate checks?
No, one check, Mitzi.
Oh, no, please.
No, it's all right. Jody's buying.
Oh, good.
Oh, well, in that case.
I need sometimes separate checks for 3 times the work, if you know what I mean. I tell you, the worst part of this job is the arithmetic.
Well, don't you worry, Mitzi. It's only temporary.
That's right. Stage actresses only have to be able to count the house.
Oh, well, I'll tell you, sometimes I think I'm going to be a waitress for the rest of my life. I mean, as soon as the dream starts to come true, I wake up and there I am, back with the cheeseburgers.
Oh, but Mitzi, I had heard that things were going pretty well for the acting company. That your boss decided to finance it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Sid's putting up all this money. It's great, but it's Jim that I'm worried about.
Why? What's wrong with him?
Well, he's just been so discouraged these days. I mean, he's been in a really bad mood.
Well, he might have another reason besides the company for that.
But he's just been so miserable. I mean, I'm afraid he's going to get so discouraged and just pack up and leave.
Leave? Did he say something to you about that?
Yeah, hold on. I'll be right back. Hi, you guys.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you. I thought you were going somewhere.
Well, yeah, but just the Bar Association dinner, that's all. Dee Dee surprised me by showing up for the before dinner drinks.
Great drinks.
Yes. Well, the food was awful, so Cliff and I decided to skip dessert and come right here.
That way we miss all the after-dinner speeches, too. They're boring.
That, too.
Okay, what can I get you guys?
I'll have a dish of vanilla ice cream and a cup of coffee.
I'll have Sid Super Special with the chocolate chip ice cream and the pineapple topping, the whipped cream, and the cherry.
Got it. Super Special.
I recommend the Super Special for you, too.
Sorry, I can't handle it tonight, Cliff.
It'll make you feel better.
What makes you think I'm not feeling well?
Because I'm a very sensitive guy, because I can tell when my partner's down in the dumps. No way to guess, huh? Well, not only am I sensitive, I'm also intuitive. Your trouble begins with a C and ends with an N.
The N stands for nothing.
You've seen Calvin, huh?
Calvin and I were supposed to have dinner together tonight. And I even went by his apartment to pick him up because I didn't want Mitzi to know about it, which just goes to show you how guilty I was feeling about the whole thing.
You are innocent until proven guilty.
Well, I have proof. While I was there, his wife called.
Great. Perfect timing.
Gets better. She was calling from the Monticello airport. She's coming home.
Oh, baby, she's supposed to be in New York in some smash hit play. She's not going to come in here. It must be a vacation. It'll only be a week or two. There's only 7 days in a week. Then she'll be gone.
No. She will never be gone. Even after she's left, she won't be gone. Which is why I am going to stick with my original decision. I am not going to see Calvin Stoner anymore.
Dee Dee, I just wish you felt better.
Now that I've made up my mind, I feel better. Much better.
I'm glad you feel so good. Of course, you'll have a tough time explaining why your mascara is running.
Cliff. I must have left my tissues in my other bag. Oh, my God. My other bag.
Here you go, honey. Welcome home.
Flowers. Just for me.
Got the ecologizer.
It costs more, Harry.
It does more, Millie. It takes tobacco smoke, dust, odors, and pollen.
That's what the cheaper one said, too, Harry.
Cheaper ones don't have CA90. That's the difference. It does a better job removing formaldehyde.
Do we have formaldehyde?
Almost any home could have formaldehyde and other household gases.
Ecologizer. You got the right air cleaner, Harry.
You did get the right air cleaner, Harry. And right now, get a bonus filter with the ecologizer.
Formaldehyde? Ooh.
Got tough congestion? Sinex is the long-acting nasal spray that can give you a second of and 10 hours of instantly. Medicated Vicks vapors penetrate your nose with a powerful feeling of relief. And Sinex decongesting medicine shrinks swollen nasal membrane so air can flow through. You breathe free up to 10 full hours. For tough congestion, get the Sinex extra feeling of relief. A second of 10 hours of
Well, honey, how about a little wine? I mean, I know it's not that expensive French champagne you Broadway stars are used to drinking after your performances, but,
I got news for you, honey. For me, it's hot cocoa every night and an early bedtime.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid I haven't got any of that in the house either. You, know what a terrible shopper I am.
Yes, I do fine. Won't you join me?
No, I don't think I feel like drinking. I just want to hear about you. Well, how does it feel to be a star?
There's none on my dressing room door. I'm the second lead, remember? But it's still wonderful, just the same. It's been almost 2 months now, and I still get a thrill every night when that curtain goes up.
Especially opening night, huh? Baby, I'm real sorry that I couldn't make your opening. I couldn't get away. I had to stay here and watch a performance of another kind.
What was that?
I was doing surveillance on an illegal gambling operation from the rooftop. It's not important. I want to hear about you. I want to hear. Tell me everything that happened.
It was incredible. By the time the curtain went up, nobody knew what was going to happen next. We have this real slave driver of a director who put us through every routine so often we couldn't tell if it was bad or wonderful.
Well, it's a good thing it worked out to be wonderful.
That's what the critics said, thank heavens. But he was furious when he read those reviews the next morning.
Why? They were all 100%.
Yes, they were all favorable. But this one reviewer called him the best black stage director in America. And he couldn't stand that. He thinks he's the best stage director, period. And who knows? Maybe one of these years he might be. And you haven't heard a word I said.
Sure I did. Look, he hired you, didn't he? I mean, he's got to be smart.
Well, he wasn't very sure to begin with. He wanted some big-name person to play my role. But luckily, she came down with hepatitis.
Oh, that's nice. Luckily.
Well, I mean, it may sound awful, but you wouldn't believe how strongly people feel about the theater.
Oh, sure I do. I remember I wrote you about meeting that bunch of actors here. There's this guy trying to start this company. I mean, it's not exactly Broadway fare, but they're serious about it.
I'm serious about it, too, and that's what bothers me.
About what?
I feel guilty about my life in New York. I can't stop thinking about you back here in Monticello, sitting on rooftops and coming home to a house that doesn't even have a box of cocoa.
So, that's what brought you home, huh? Came home to tell me that you were worried about me?
Yes. That's part of it. I had to see you again, Calvin. I had to remember all over again what we meant to each other.
Look, baby, we talked about all this before you left. I mean, you worked so hard to get this chance. You would never have forgiven yourself if you hadn't taken it, and what's worse, you probably wouldn't have forgiven me either.
Feel as if I'm the one that needs the forgiveness.
Why, you haven't done anything.
Haven't I?
Star, there's always a price, you know? I mean, when something is important, you always gotta pay for it, you know?
But it's worse than that. I'm not unhappy enough.
What does that mean?
I feel so guilty about you. I miss you. And yet, I know that if you asked me, begged me to quit the show and come back home, I don't think I could do it.
I see. So you came back because you thought that's what I wanted. Well, I am not gonna ask you to do that. So it's gonna be okay. Feel better?
Yes, I think so. Do you mind if I have some more wine? Get it for myself.
You took a bargain brand dishwashing liquid. If I gave you the money, which would you buy?
Ivory. I would take this.
Why Ivory liquid?
It's nice to my hands.
So why did you buy this product?
It's a lot cheaper.
What if I told you that Ivory liquid is a better buy?
You'd have to show me.
Let's test your brand against Ivory liquid with a penny's worth of each. We'll wash some dishes, okay? Mr. Clark, how are your suds holding up?
They're practically gone.
And what about the Ivory liquid suds?
I'm in good shape.
Let's scoop some up and compare.
Are you kidding?
So tell me what happened.
He ran out of suds, and I had more, so I washed some more dishes.
What is the result, then?
We'd save money by buying the Ivory liquid. You can do more with less.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to pick up some Ivory.
You don't have to give up mild Ivory liquid to save money.
Hey, Bobcats, bet you can feel cleaner without soap.
Feel cleaner?
Come on, man.
Without soap?
When you discover the cleaner feeling of zest, you're gonna say no to your soap.
Zest ladders up pretty good.
Smells good, too.
Hey, doesn't mean we'll feel cleaner.
Yeah. Okay, you've got soap on one arm. Put deodorant Zest on the other.
Check out these bubbles.
Now rinse.
Hey, guys, soap feels tacky. Zest rinses cleaner. Feels cleaner. All right!
Discover the cleaner feeling of zest. You're gonna say no to your soap.
And yes to Zest. Get out of here.
Right, here we are. Dee Dee, a vanilla ice cream. Cliff, a super duper special. We are talking about chocolate chip, whipped cream, pineapple, and a cherry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Look, Cliff, why don't you take mine too, okay? I'm really tired. I'm gonna go home.
Oh, wait a minute, hold it, Dee Dee. Oh, Mike. Hi.
Hello there, Ted.
Dee Dee, you know my wife, don't you?
Ah, yes, I do. Hello, Mrs. Carr. Nice to meet you. Were you at the Bar Association dinner, too?
No, we just came from the coach house.
I'd heard that Leonard Norris was going to make his annual retirement speech, so I decided to skip it.
We had the same idea. We came here for dessert.
Look, Cliff, I'll see you in the morning, okay?
Oh, yeah, fine. Hope you feel better. Why don't you sit down, Mike?
Good night, Dee Dee.
I highly recommend the dessert here.
We didn't come for dessert, Cliff. Actually, we're looking for Jim Dietrichson.
Yes, we stopped by his studio, and it was dark. We don't know where he lives.
I remember you telling me that he comes in here frequently.
Well, he's usually here every night, but not tonight.
Oh, dear, well, I had some news to tell him, but I guess I could tell you, since you're very much involved. We went to visit Raven Whitney today, and I talked to her about the Whitney Theater.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what'd you say?
She offered it to your group.
That's great. How much?
Rent-free.
Oh, wait a minute. This ice cream is affected by hearing.
No, your hearing's fine, Clifton. I was as surprised as you were. Raven's not known for her generosity.
The best theater in Monticello. Rent-free.
The only available theater in Monticello.
Mitzi. Mitzi!
Going. There's not enough with
Mitzi. Rent-free. Rent-free.
What are you talking about?
We have got a theater. Rent-free!
Say that name again, please. Okay. Dr. Kavanaugh, it's Chief Mallory. Is it okay?
Yes, of course.
Send him on up, Oscar. Right. Well, I guess I better make a bigger pot of coffee, huh?
Be a good idea. Hello, Dirk.
Hello, Miles. Sorry to do this to you. I figured you'd be awake still.
Always good to see you.
You weren't about to go to sleep or pick up Nicole or anything, were you?
No, neither of those two. She's got a car service. Listen, Mrs. Goodman just put on a pot of coffee, but if you would rather have a drink...
I'd rather have a drink.
I thought so. Scotch and water?
Yeah. And, take it easy on the water, okay? That'll let you know what kind of a mood I'm in.
I know what kind of a mood you're in.
Wish Nicole was here. I'd like to talk to the two of you. Get both your opinions about what I should do next. Need all the help I can get.
Look, Derek, if you're here to get any more medical consultation about Jinx, I gotta warn you that it's no good. I can't do that. You already know she's got a fairly rare illness.
Fairly rare illness, always fatal.
Normally fatal. I don't like the word always.
Yeah, no treatment, no miracle cure, no drugs, no nothing.
Not that I know of. Now, look, I told Jinx she was perfectly free to consult a dozen other physicians if she wanted to.
It's not your opinion I'm concerned about, it's hers. I think she's decided not to marry me. It's probably my own fault. I reacted very poorly when I found out the truth. It was very selfish.
I think you reacted naturally. You felt the pain and the shock. Who wouldn't?
I told her that it didn't have to change things, that I loved her, that I still wanted to marry her. She ran out of the apartment. I didn't know she plans to see me again.
Well, it's a difficult decision for her to make. She loves you. You know that, don't you?
Of course I know she loves me.
I wish she had told you from the very beginning about her illness. I begged her to do that. She just wouldn't.
So what do I do now, Miles? How do I get her back?
Bud, you look terrible. Could be the flu. You need the specialist.
The specialist?
The Specialist. Kaopectate. Strong relief for just one problem, diarrhea.
I feel awful, Mom. Could be the flu. I need the specialist.
Kaopectate's the only leading non-prescription medicine created just for diarrhea. It's so effective, it relieves diarrhea within 24 hours.
Taxi!
Kaopectate, the diarrhea specialist.
There's only one way to improve Purina 100 cat food. Announcing a new everyday low price. Now, that's a great value for me because my cat loves Purina 100. It has that juicy taste cats jump for.
100. It's Purina 100.
Cats love that tender, juicy taste. And I love that new everyday low price.
It's Purina 100.
With a new everyday low price.
You possess a powerful force. No, it possesses me.
What's happening to your face?
Tonight at 6, the Incredible Hulk is in a blind rage.
Look, I gotta be honest with you, Derek. You are a good friend, and I care a lot about Jinx, so try to understand when I tell you that I really don't think you ought to marry Jinx.
What?
Wait till I finish the sentence. I don't think you ought to marry Jinx out of pity or a sense of obligation.
I told you I love her.
Yeah, but are you sure that's the only reason now? Have you really thought deeply about what it would be like to get married to someone who you will lose in a matter of months, maybe even weeks?
You sound less optimistic now than you did 2 minutes ago.
I am always optimistic. I'm just trying to be realistic. I don't hold any hopes for a miraculous cure.
Well, if we just spent 6 months together, we would have that much time.
An outside chance.
Well, all right, even if it's only 6 weeks, we'd have that time together. There's got to be that much time.
Mister, don't you realize it's after midnight?
Well, it's my daughter. I'm worried. I know she's here. Her car is in the parking lot.
Oh, well, maybe she's a heavy sleeper.
No, she never goes to bed before 2 in the morning. I'm afraid some accident has occurred.
An accident?
Yes.
Oh, well, in that case...
Would you?
I slipped on the bathtub last year myself. All right.
Dorothy? 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 Dorothy, wake up. My God, wake up, Dorothy.
Take it from me. Nothing holds odors like a carpet. And my wife says no rug and room deodorizer gets them out better than Carpet Fresh. She says that it gets right to the source of odors caused by dogs, cigars, whatever. I'm convinced. Nothing ever made this room and rug smell better than Carpet Fresh. Take it from me. An expert.
Airwick's Carpet Fresh, America's #1 rug and room deodorizer.
Can't breathe.
You didn't take your contact, did you? And you're going to work? That's the way. Keep going.
George.
You choose. Label says take this, but only when you stay home. Take this, and you'll need 6 for just today.
6?
Or take this one little contact.
That settles it.
That's good. You'll get all their decongestant without their pain and cough things.
I'll phone you from the office.
12-hour contact. Keeps you going.
Hello.
Tomorrow night at 8, New York policeman Popeye Doyle arrives in Marseille, where he tries to stop a dope smuggling ring in the French Connection 2. And tonight at 8:30, the Philadelphia 76ers take on the Chicago Bulls live from the Windy City. Now, stay tuned for The Love Boat.
This is Field Communications in Philadelphia.
The makers of Robitussin cough medicine ask, do you know which kind of cough medicine is right for your kind of cough? For instance, do you need an expectorant, with a cough suppressant, with a decongestant, or a combination of all of these? Because there are different kinds of coughs, only one of these Robitussin formulas may be right for your kind of cough. So don't let just our television commercial recommend your cough medicine. The makers of Robitussin ask you to ask your doctor or pharmacist.
Rent-A-Center is here to open the door and let you step up to the things you want. Brand name color TVs, home appliances, stereos. And you can have them in your home today for only a few dollars a week. No down payments, no credit hassles. We take care of repairs and you have the option to own.
Step up to the things you want. Step up to Rent-A-Center. Rent-A-Center.
David Banner helps a young woman find the mother who abandoned her tonight at 6 on The Incredible Hulk.